Welcome back. Today on Real Reviews, we have the DM40 wireless condenser microphone that was sent to us by MAONO. A big thanks to them for sending this out. So here's everything that comes in the box. We have our quick start guide, which shows you how to download the software, what the buttons do, everything you need to know to get the mic up and running. Then we have our MAONO manual right here. Now this manual is pretty detailed. It actually goes through everything about the microphone, tells you how to use all of the buttons, tells you what everything does. So it is a nice manual right here. You're probably going to want to get to use that so you know exactly what everything does. Then we have our USB-C to USB-C cable. Now this is a charging cable. This is also a secondary method of connecting the microphone to your computer or to your device. Then we have our wireless adapter right here for the mic. And if you do not have a USB-C, because this is a USB-C here, it also has a USB-C to a USB-A adapter. So you just plug this in like that, and that will go right into your computer if you only have a USB-A port. Now we have the microphone itself, which is a really nice mic. It feels good in the hand. It has some pretty good build quality, some cool features. So just taking a look at the mic right here, you can see it has a little non-slip pad on the bottom. It has a little knob right here where you can loosen it or tighten it. So you can bend it up and down, which is really cool. You have your pop filter right here on the front, or kind of like a wind guard, so you're not breathing into your microphone. And your actual microphone here itself has like a nice metal mesh around it, pretty cool, with some RGB lights inside of it. And let's just take a look underneath the mic right here. Over here, you're going to notice you have your power button. So you have your power button right there. If you hold this in, that's your power on and off. That's also your RGB light changing button. If you press that in, that changes the RGB lights when you press it quickly. Then you have your microphone monitoring jack right there. So if you wanted to monitor your mic via some headphones, you just plug them in right here and you turn the switch to on. So right there is off. Here is on if you wanted to monitor it. And then you also have your USB-C plug right there at the bottom. That's for charging your microphone. Also, you can connect it to your computer wired using that USB-C cable as well. So if you didn't want to connect it wirelessly to your computer, you could also use this cable and plug it in wired to your computer. So that is really nice. And this little adapter right here has a nice storage spot right here in the back. You just go ahead and plug it in right here in the back. And that's a nice spot to go ahead and store your adapter. All right, so let's go ahead and just power it on. Power it on, just hold the power button here on the bottom, a couple seconds. And there we go, it's powered on, pretty cool. And so right here, this knob in the front, if you go ahead and you press it and it's blue, this is actually your headphone monitoring jack volume. If you press it again and it's green, this is actually the gain for the microphone. So all the way up is 100 and obviously all the way down is 0. You won't be able to hear anything. Now, the issue with this right here is that you could just keep going around and around and around in circles, and it doesn't have any indicator at all as far as like what the gain is or what the volume is. So that's something that maybe MAONO can work on in the future, because it would be nice to know like what is the volume level. You'll notice here on the top, it has a couple little kind of buttons here, like little touch pads. So this right here is for mute. Watch right here in the front. You press that. It goes red, that means it's on mute. And over here, this is your noise canceling. So we go ahead and turn it off. So it says noise canceling off. You press it one time, that's going to be mild, moderate, and aggressive. So you can see your noise canceling right there as well. So that's really nice to be able to have those buttons right there on the front. And lastly, if you're going to have this on your desk in front of you, you want to make sure that you tighten this down so this isn't just moving around. And these type of microphones, they're really designed to be right directly in front of you. So you're meant to like talk into it like this. So you either have to have it on your desk position where it's right next to your face or very close to your face when you're talking, or you want to have it on a boom so you can have it like at some type of angle to where it's actually going to be very close to your face, close to your mouth when you're talking. Because this mic far away, like if it's this far away, it's just not going to have the same type of sound quality if you have it close to you like this. And that's really what it's designed for. And lastly, if you notice down here, the little power button, you press this power button, it does cycle between the RGB colors. So here we go, you have white, you have blue, darker blue, red, I don't know, orangish, yellow, purple, green, and then off. And if you press it one last time, then it goes back through and starts cycling through the colors. Now let's go ahead and get into the specifications. So going over the specifications for the MAONO DM40 wireless condenser microphone, we have a 14mm audio capsule, 48 kilohertz 24-bit studio quality. Polar pattern is cardioid. It has 6 voice changing modes, however sign-in is required. 3 levels of noise canceling, works really well. Frequency response 20 Hz to 20 kilohertz. It weighs approximately 1.1 pounds with dimensions of 9 inches tall, 5.5 inches deep by 4 inches wide. Charge time is 2.5 hours, which gives you up to 40 hours of usage. However, there is no battery percentage or charge level indicator on the microphone or in the app. Connections we have on the bottom is the USB-C for charging, as well as connecting it directly to a computer or a device, 3.5 millimeter headphone jack for monitoring, and it also does include a USB-C Wi-Fi adapter to be able to easily connect your microphone wirelessly to your device. The app uses the MAONO Link for Windows or for Mac, has 3 modes of RGB lighting in 8 colors. For extras, we have EQ and scene adjustments. The mic comes in black and white, and current price at the time of filming is 79 US dollars. Let's just go over the MAONO Link software for Windows. We can see we have our mic here on the left. We have also our volume level. And then here on the right-hand side, we have a few different tabs. Starting at the basic tab, you'll see you have record at the top where you can record yourself. You have your gain and your volume control for the mic. I do have it up to 100 because when it's on a desk, if you have it lower than that, it's kind of hard to hear without having it on a boom directly in front of your face. Then you also have your headphone volume if you're using this for monitoring your microphone through a headphone jack. And I definitely like that so you can tell what's going on. And you have down here your noise cancellation. On aggressive, it's really good, but it doesn't cut out any banging, tapping, clapping, talking, or anything like that. It's really just for like wind noises or background noises like cars in the background, maybe something like that. It will cut out. It works really great for fan noises. Now let's just turn it off. As you can see off, there's a lot of background noise. And here we go on slight. Here's moderate. And then we have aggressive again. So here on the scene tab, you have some EQ modes. You have original, game, and stream. We can go ahead and just switch between these to see what kind of difference it makes. Here's game, and here's stream to see what the difference is. Back to original, and you can also set any presets that you want here. And then we also have reverberation. So here's slight reverb. Here's moderate reverb. And here's strong reverb in case you want some echo effects. Then we also have the AI voice. Now, I like the ability to have this AI voice, but I do not like that you have to have an account. You have to sign in and make more accounts just to be able to use that. So MAONO, if there's any way that we can have that without having an account, that would be really nice. And then we also have lighting right here. And on lighting, you can change your RGBs on the mic. Now, as you can see right now, I do have some RGBs on. We can just go ahead and switch these. And I can see it switching on the mic itself, but you can't see it on the picture here. So it would be nice if that was on the picture as well. If you click loop, it just kind of goes through all the colors. And then you also have your brightness controls right here. And here at the bottom, MAONO has a bunch of different links to all of their contents. If you wanted to see any of that, you can go ahead and click on one of those. And then you also have a support link right here, which is nice. So if you needed to email them or if you needed to contact them by Discord. So that's pretty much it for the MAONO app. Now we're going to do a quick comparison between 3 different microphones, starting out with the MAONO Wave T5 wireless microphone. This is the one that I generally use to record all of my videos. Welcome back. Today on Real Reviews, we have the MAONO Wave T5 wireless microphone. Now we're using the Plantronics Rig 100, so we can see the difference here. Welcome back. Today on Real Reviews, we have the Plantronics Rig 100. And now we're using the MAONO DM40 USB wireless gaming microphone. Welcome back. Today on Real Reviews, we have the MAONO DM40 USB wireless gaming desktop microphone. So my final thoughts for the MAONO DM40 wireless condenser microphone. I have to say I really like this microphone. It really surprised me. And I wasn't used to this type of mic. I've never used this type of mic before. I was always using a headset mic. And the sound quality of this compared to my headset mic, as you guys just probably saw, is just, I mean, it's night and day. It's so much better. But you do have to have it close to your face. So that's one thing. This is designed to be close up to your face, either on a boom or on your desk, like directly in front of you. So as long as you're using it the right way, it's going to work great for you. This like for kind of like streaming, for vlogging. You can use it if you're talking on Discord. And for those things, it works really great. Now, I did try connecting this to my phone with the little dongle. And when I did that, it didn't allow me to use my phone button. So I couldn't record, I couldn't do anything else with my phone. It just wouldn't work. So I don't know if this is designed to be able to be used with a phone or not. But for me, I couldn't get it to work with my phone for whatever reason. But on a computer, it worked flawlessly, both with the cable and wirelessly. And I have to say, I 100% recommend this. The mute button on the top, the noise canceling on the top, I mean, that's just amazing. The only thing I do want to change is I want to have a volume indicator so I know where my volume is or where my gain is. Besides that, I like everything else about it. And if you guys are looking for a cool desktop microphone, I would have to say check out the DM40 or the DM40 Pro. And if you are interested in picking this up, I will have links in the description for both of them. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell button so you never miss another video on Real Reviews. See you guys next time.